Hello, my name is Eduardo Infantes, and today I'm gonna talk about sand capping to promote eelgrass restoration in Sweden. So as probably many of you already know, there has been a very large decline of eelgrass in Sweden over the last decades. And there seems to be some feedbacks that are preventing restoration at the moment. One of them is sediment resuspension. So for example, in this bay, we used to have a large area of eelgrass, and now everything is gone. And when there is some wind, you see these large plumes of turbidity that are clouding the water. And this is because there is mud that in the bottom that is resuspending and making the water turbid. So if you want to restore this base, just planting it will not work because the plants will not have enough light to grow there. So how can we what can we do to prevent these feedbacks that are preventing eelgrass recovery? What can we do about this? So the situation is that we have mud, and perhaps if we could add some sand on top of it and then plant eelgrass, then we could reduce the suspension and stabilize the sediment in this base. But will this sand over mud will improve restoration success? That's what we wanted to know. So to do this, we developed a pilot experiment where we look at the effect of this sand cap on the infauna, and also if eelgrass could survive in this sand capping. So we went to 4 bays and we deploy sand in 1 square meter patches of 10 centimeter thick. And we tested this in several bays. And then we added some shoots, some eelgrass plants on the natural bed, but also on the sand caps. And we saw that there was not a negative impact on the infauna. For example, seems like actually there was more number of species and individuals in the sand cap compared to the mud conditions. So it actually improved the diversity in those places. In addition, eelgrass growth much better on the sand cap compared to the mud. And especially in the Bay of Askeron, we saw very nice growth, and there was no erosion there. So we will use Askeron for further studies, you will see now. So the next questions were how large should be the area to be planted, and where should we locate the sand capping in this base? So to answer these questions, we use a high resolution model. This is a Mike 3 from DHI, where we did simulate different wind conditions and simulate turbidity and resuspension. And these observations were comparable and consistent with our field observations. And we saw that there was a relationship, very strong relationship between the sand cap area and the turbidity. So the more sand cap, the less turbidity basically. And that just 1 hectare located in the center of 1 bay of Askeron could improve the light conditions enough for growth. So from all the simulations, we choose this one. It's 1 hectare. And we also tested this sand cap in the flume. So we exposed the sand cap to currents and waves, and it managed to stand velocities around 50 centimeters per second. So this also indicates that it will not be washed away once it's on the site. So in March of this year, around 2,000 tons of sand that were spread around 1 hectare, and it was a 10 centimeter layer of sand. And this is the machines and the large works that were done to place the sand on site. And later on, in summer, between June and July, 80,000 shoots of eelgrass that were planted over 2 months. As you can see in this 100 by 100 meter plot. And in addition, we are monitoring the light, the turbidity, and hydrodynamics as we carry this after this plantation. And this is how it looks now. Well, just at the end of September, we have the large square with the eelgrass on top. And this could open new questions in the future if this manages to continue growing. For example, what is this effect of these plants on hydrodynamics, or how biodiversity can change, how could be the storage of carbon in this plot, and changes in microbiome, for example. So in summary, seems that restoration is not possible because there are some feedbacks that are preventing restoration at the moment, at least in this area in the Swedish West Coast. And after this regime shifts, there's complementary methods that might be needed before seagrass can be planted. And perhaps sand capping could be used to reduce sediment resuspension and allow eelgrass restoration. So for further information, you are welcome to contact me or any of my colleagues working in the SORRO team. And thank you very much.